up, gamers? Your boy the Boobs, and we're back for episode number 12 of the Great Ace Attorney. In last episode, we discovered that Sir Grimelsby Roylett is actually an international super spy revolutionary. So let's see what he has to say about that. Let's get the fuck into it. So we said that.
Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholm's brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow.
Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes? Could you come here a moment?
Pray, what can I do for you?
It's about your deductions. Would you mind?
Not at all, go on.
Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other.
Ah yes, I recall our discussion earlier. At the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance.
In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylett does look a lot more like this man than you do.
That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina?
Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman.
Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you push really hard.
I
don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she?
You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15.
No, I didn't know. How could I?
Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case.
Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain likeness in their bodies.
Vinegar?
For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case.
Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in a circus, Mr. Sholmes.
This whole thing is turning into a circus.
Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observations are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and logic that seem a little off.
Your idea of maybe a little off itself, Mrs. Otto.
It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactically switch them for alternatives. What do you think?
Switch some keywords in his deductions?
Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction.
Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind.
This man's a lot of work.
At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Ha 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 ha!
It's not that funny, Doug.
And you, my good fellow.
Sorry?
Take a moment to look at your wrists.
My wrists? Yeah, they're chained up, big man.
What? Ah! Whoa! Whoa!
Ah! Where are your handcuffs?
How did...
I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction.
I don't believe it. I'm free! Let's go!
Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel!
And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished.
I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
So, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
I think I'm about to be the one doing all the work here, asshole. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Topic 1, old man's identity. What's really going on here?
So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylett, obviously what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. And we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport.
I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard?
I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't sit quite right with me, though.
It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylett either.
Which means I suppose the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword in...
Let's try to switch a keyword in here, Naruto-san, and see if it helps matters.
Alright, but how?
We should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylett. I wonder if it's really his beard he intends on using those shears on. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better,
Then what?
then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruto-san.
Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could use to switch around in the last sentence. What exactly is Mr. Roilet really going to use those enormous shears for? Thick hat, golden locks. I don't think that's the answer either, but I'll click it. What the? What's this?
It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks.
No, the color's not the point. The point is, what's it doing in the back of Mr. Roilet's head? And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair?
Well, yes, that's true, so it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising.
Something's definitely not right here. Oh, you think it's the girl? Oh, you think it's her? Okay, well, that's not it. Oh, I can move around. That. What am I supposed to be looking for? What am I looking for? Surely it's not thick hat, is it? It's very thick hat, isn't it?
Ah, that's the secret you see, Naruto-san, don't you know?
Secret? What?
Well, before we left Japan, I took some time to study the various foreign countries. Russia's a land of unimaginable cold, and a thick hat is the secret to keeping warm. With that one, I read that your brain would freeze. That was just one of the many fascinating snippets of information in Oh Mother Not Russia.
I think you maybe picked the wrong book there. Okay, what the actual fuck could it have been? That's what I want to know. Is it like something on the floor? Literally, what would I use shears on? What was he about to cut? You know, it's not the hair. Coat buttons? I'm not reading this because I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't... How is it not the... What on earth could it be? Tablecloth? What was he gonna cut? I'm losing my fucking marbles. If it's not the hair, what is it? There's nothing left. It has to be the hair. Oh, I have to present? Oh. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yes!
I'm so dumb. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport.
Indeed, you've identified the precise detail I was intending to expose.
Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman. And judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one's still very much in her youth.
No! If only I managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected.
The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. You have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. No, it's not. Well, that was a shock. I had no idea the old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? What are you staring at me like that for?
Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Sorry?
You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes.
Just glad I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not
Yes, I understand. Say no more.
Well, anyway, let's focus on the next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now.
No, that's true. Giving to Mr. Roylet's actually a woman.
Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary.
I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole was taking a different direction now.
Yes.
Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts so we now understand them.
For some reason, this woman tried to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've read a story about a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Can I... What? Can I examine? There we go. This is interesting. Feels like relevant, Naruhodo-san.
Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san?
Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting.
I can't read a single word, I'm afraid.
No, nor can I, but look at the picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think?
She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, don't you?
I don't know, I can't make any sense of it. I'm glad you noticed this article.
Arg!
Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. Pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappeared from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from a dressing room, wearing the diamond tiaras you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles?
I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money.
Soto-san's eyes are shining like the diamonds themselves. The tiara is the property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yeah, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country?
Does seem to be a Russian thing to do.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo.
There we go, okay. Can I go back? And now I can present.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we're finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Fuck. Miss Nikolina Pavlova.
Ah!
Damn. Pull that shit right over her fucking head. Hey, yo. That's a dope ass fucking... What is that? Like a moon and like a star in the crescent? That doesn't make any sense.
You're right. My real name is Nina. Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone.
A ballerina on the run. Gotcha, bitch. Solved. Okay, what's her wrongdoing? Oh, she stole the fucking tiara. You little thief. Cut off her hands. That's my second conclusion. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime? Over there! Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Oh, and I assure you these eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answers we seek lies where this furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before you very eyes. Yes, that travelling case. woman's the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes, so clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well.
No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all.
In which case, what is the crime this young woman's apparently committing? I can see I'm gonna have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again.
You seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes?
Stop it! Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman's up to. Something else. Something... Oh, you mean the tiara? Wow, look at that dazzling tiara!
I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on!
What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful.
Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere. Yes! Present! I should play fucking Danganronpa at some point. I have all the games. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara.
Oh!
I can't, like, do, like, Russian girl sounds, like, and the, like, fucking exclamations. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara depicted here in the newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you've committed is theft.
Oh
no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you.
I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me.
She was only 15 years old and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely.
Alright, I'll tell you everything. There's no point hiding it now.
Come, let us not be hasty.
What?
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
Mystery? Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, why was it shaking? You've staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Well, she got her undies in there, man. I don't want to see that. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I've ever laid eyes on them. It did shake though, it's a bit sus. Dear me, we're not well suited for a life of crime, are we? The careless coup de wall betways you. I have no idea how to pronounce that word. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. What? Yes, the reason you refuse to open your case is written on the books in the shelf. He's completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting to his logic, I think
Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you?
Oh, what the fuck did I just do? Hold on. Maybe. But why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess, surely.
Oh, do you think so?
Well, it doesn't seem likely the reason this young woman doesn't want to open a case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her.
Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself.
There has to be another reason why she wouldn't open her case. And it must be somewhere in the same area where her gaze was involuntarily drawn.
I agree, that's the only answer.
Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookcase. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't fucking know. Small picture? I don't think that's it. Rules of passage. Oh! I'm convinced it's like a dog.
Passengers must not keep weapon or other dangerous objects in their cabin. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
There was the same notice in our cabin too. I wonder what happens if you break the rules. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment will be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'll probably be left to drift in the freezing cold ocean, or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end.
So they've actually been serving time for weeks now. Okay, yeah, so it's a pet. Yes! Yeah, I thought so. Light of you. Yeah, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on the vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. Like such.
Oi!
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I got you. I got you, bitch. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord.
Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case.
Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage. A pet! Ayo. Why is she like shivering like that? Possession of a prohibited animal. Please be like the cutest dog I've ever seen, bro. Or like a kitty cat. If it's the fucking snake, I'm gonna be very upset. Deduction complete. Elementary. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were.
No, I am not Grimsby Roylet. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct.
You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland.
Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel.
Which couldn't have been easy. Bury is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? She clearly was wearing a fucking disguise.
In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone.
So if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin?
That variable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally.
More like a full set of pipes, you ask me.
I was so scared when they ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they'd come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how you say, disguise myself, so that no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man? I see. I put on the fur hat and the fake beard, and then just before you came here, I saw the newspaper, and right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me.
It's a hard one to do.
So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and...
At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Still mad about that shit.
Things happen like that sometimes, don't they?
Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing?
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What kind of pet is in there? Exactly do you have in your traveling case? You're right, he's my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew.
Your secret's safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night.
Yes, alright, I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great deduction?
Certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova's agreed to tell us what she knows. It's incredible.
Indeed, it is incredible.
Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes, what? Observe your wrists. Oh, god damn it, asshole.
Ah, your hands are cuffed again.
What? But how? True to my word, I've restored your shackles. When and why?
There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say it can't be helped at the moment.
Can it, really?
Anyway, Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what's the speckled bear that Mr. God fucking damn it, the Cosmos wrote about in his diary really was.
Alright, bitch. What happened last night? Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night?
One of the crewmen told me in the morning as I was eating breakfast.
The man who died, he was a friend of mine.
Oh,
So we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night?
perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking.
Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened.
Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think last night was what I'd done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, I see. You've run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novovich Ballet?
Yes, I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there I want to go to America. I'll never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life.
You wish to forget? Challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder.
But the tiara is mine. I need to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only little for food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me.
So you ran away to protect yourself?
Yes, and the crew of this ship. They have all been kind to me. They let me come aboard. They said I could hide in this cabin.
If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum.
Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. What conundrum, I'm not sure, but... I don't know. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Belia stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. Yeah, I was gonna say, haven't we been on the ship for like 2 weeks? So how is it, Frey, that you come to be aboard?
Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard.
It is not your business.
I love it when they do callbacks for like one line. Yes, you're right, he did seem to be hiding something.
An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
Sorry, what was that?
It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens, because I am an angel.
Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid.
Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same.
A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Showy. Anyways, this is Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Alright, show us the animal. So the friend you mentioned is on your traveling case, is that right?
I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage.
Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious.
Then the ballet Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes.
But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it?
Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they usually have small rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea. Ugh. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of a young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken! Really? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it can satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends? I'll remember that. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret need not to be revealed. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. It is gonna be a fucking snake. God fucking damn it. This is the diary of my friend who passed away.
His diary?
Yes, and he wrote in it last night before he died, something a little unusual. It reads 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m., what looks like a sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band? I don't understand.
It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see? It's up there on the wall. In other words,
his cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together.
Oh,
Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean anything to you? Or the whistling sound, perhaps?
no, I don't know anything.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Excuse me, Mr. Willett? Yes, what?
Wow, she's fast.
Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Alright, I'll come now.
What?
You must leave. No.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us.
Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Violet.
Get out! The prisoners are out, or you want me to throw you out?
Looks like we'll have to leave investigating this cabin until later.
What a pity.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, and so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Damn, beef, damn! Sheesh! To be continued! So we have no idea who fucking killed him. We have no idea at all. But it's been like 30-some minutes in the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.
Bye-bye!